Welcome to MKTG 301, Marketing Principles. We're glad to have you in this section. In this class, we have a video lecture series. It's created from scratch by our VCU Department of Marketing faculty. Marketing Principles is a survey course, and each of these lectures are based on a certain marketing topic, a snapshot, if you will. Each lecture is taught by a different VCU marketing instructor with expertise in that particular topic area. The lectures have multiple choice questions scattered throughout, and this is for two reasons. One, to help stress important topics in that video lecture, and then secondly, to make it interactive so that you're not just sitting there listening. Well, grab your drink, grab your earbuds, and let's have some marketing fun. So what is marketing? Well, let's find out. Let's call my mom. Hey,
Hello.
it's my mom, Jan Pierce.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've heard from my daughter. What are you doing?
Hey, Mom, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is marketing?
What is marketing? Isn't that where you're trying to sell products, so you're going to advertise and everything to get the product sold?
Oh, that's a great answer. All right, thanks,
correct?
Mom.
Is it correct?
It's correct. Thanks, Mom. I'll call you later.
Okay.
All right, bye. So she said advertising and personal selling and products. Let's expand on that. So what is marketing? You have somebody off the street and they might say, well, it's advertising. Or they might say, a company trying to sell me something. And these are true. But marketing is so much more. Marketing has to do with strategy. Has to do with the environment and understanding what's going on around us and making offerings that are going to meet customers' wants and needs. It has to do with segmentation, understanding what the differences in the marketplace are, and meeting the needs of target markets. It has to do with positioning. Has to do with understanding who your target market is. Is it B2B or is it a consumer market that you're targeting? It has to do with understanding society. The global marketplace. It's not just here domestically, but everything is international now. It has to do with understanding relationships between the company or the brand and the customer or the consumer. It has to do with putting an offering into the marketplace to meet the needs of a target market. The offering might be a product, a good. It might be a service. It might be an idea. It has to do with the product life cycle and how different products in different industries go through a cycle of ups and downs. It has to also do with new product development, coming up with ideas for new products that meet consumers' ever-changing wants and needs. So now that we have a product, we have other decisions to make, like price. This isn't just a dollar amount, but it's an indicator of value or quality of the product or service. You have to take into consideration your costs, what you want to make off the product. In these days, we talk about optimization and how companies can take numbers and information about particular customers and consumers and come up with customized pricing options to meet that customer's needs and wants. It has to do with supply and demand. We've got price, we've got product. We also have to think about the place or the distribution. Getting product from one place to another also falls under marketing. Retailing, not just brick and mortar, but also e-retailing. Warehousing, so not just moving product from one place to another, but also storing product, breaking down product, splitting product. Has to do with the different channels we use to get the product from one place to another and to get it to our end consumer. And then, as we already started talking, once we have our product, our price, our place, then we have to think about how we're going to communicate any messages to our target market. So not just advertising, personal selling, but public relations, sales promotion. We also talk about digital marketing, direct marketing, social media. You may be surprised to know that all of these fall under the marketing umbrella. Our product, price, place, and promotion are what we refer to as the marketing mix. These are what we call our 4 Ps, although place is a placeholder for distribution. But the P in place makes it a little bit easier to remember. It all starts off with our target market. And our target market is something that may be outside our control, and all of these other influences are outside our control. But we can learn about the target market, learn about their needs and wants, their behaviors, their attitudes, their likes and dislikes. And we can create our marketing mix to meet that target market's needs. This is the definition of marketing as put forth by the American Marketing Association. Marketing is the activity set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. The definition is pretty broad and all-encompassing to cover all the topics that we discussed at the beginning of this video. Before we go any further, I'd like to make a point of distinction. The term consumer and customer sound similar and sometimes can be used interchangeably, but there is one main distinction, and that has to do with the use of the product. So if a product is purchased for end personal consumption, then we're talking about a consumer. If the purchase is not for end personal consumption, but say the purchase is for a business use, then the appropriate term would be customer. Typically, we're talking about a customer when we're talking about a buyer in B2B or business to business. Here's an example between the two. If I have a set of markers, and the set of markers I have at my house, and my kids use them and I use them for our own personal use, we would be referred to as consumers. If I had the same brand of markers, but I have them in my office at the university and I use them to grade papers, then that would not be a consumer purchase. It would be for business use, and the appropriate term would be customer. The term customer is more broad, and so a lot of times we'll just use the word customer, and that would apply to both consumers and users, and it could also apply to users for business purposes. There are several core marketing concepts that we'll use throughout the semester. The first one is a need. A need is when a person has a state of felt deprivation. A want is when a person has a need and knows of a product or service that will fill that need. Marketing offerings could be products, goods, services, information, or experiences. Marketing offerings is what the marketer is coming to the table with in the exchange. Value is created when the benefits outweigh the costs. So if a consumer makes a purchase and gives up some of their money to make the purchase and receives the product if that product gives more benefit than the money given up, then value is created. Satisfaction is when expectations are met or exceeded. In markets, markets are the people or the organizations that we hope will buy our product. The exchange. The exchange is at the heart of the definition of marketing. In order for an exchange to happen, these bullets have to be addressed. First, there have to be two parties that come to the table in the exchange. Both parties have something of value. There are terms of exchange worked out as far as what is included in the exchange, the terms of delivery, the contract. Both parties have the opportunity to either accept or reject the offer. Lastly, there is some desire for the two parties to deal with each other. Here's an example of an exchange. Imagine the Ferguson family has a television that falls off the table and cracks. All of a sudden, the Ferguson family has a need. We know that a replaced television will fulfill that need, so we also have a want. We did our homework and looked online and looked at different types of televisions and different attributes of televisions, like prices, brands, pixels, size, HD. We decided to go with Best Buy. Best Buy and the Fergusons both had something of value in the exchange. Best Buy had the television, and the Fergusons had money. The terms of the exchange were negotiated. It was pretty simple with this kind of a purchase, that we would purchase the television and they would put the television into our vehicle and we would drive home. There would also be the opportunity to have a limited warranty or to have some service in case something happened with the television. The Fergusons and Best Buy both had the ability to accept or reject and the desire to deal with each other. In Best Buy's eyes, they wanted us to make the purchase and to continue a relationship with us. In the Fergusons' eyes, we knew that we could get reward points in dealing with Best Buy because we had a loyalty rewards program with them. The exchange happened, and the new television is sitting on our table. Marketing management orientations. There are 5 alternative concepts to guide, deliver, and carry out marketing strategies for firms: production, product, selling, marketing, and societal marketing concepts. These are listed with arrows going left to right because over time, many firms have gone from production or product or selling concepts all the way over to marketing and then taking society as well into consideration. Not all firms do that. For some firms, say a commodities firm, it may be best for them to stay in a product concept. But for other firms, their philosophy has taken them to more of a marketing concept or a societal marketing concept. I'll explain each in the next coming slides. The production concept focuses on producing a product. At the heart of the production concept, it's about making products available. So the focus is on the processes involved to manufacture and produce those products. If the production and distribution is efficient, then lower prices can be passed on to customers. An example of the production concept is the Ford Model T. Back when automobiles were first introduced, it was about getting automobiles available to customers. And so the Model T was focused on how can we produce this vehicle and get it on the market as quickly and efficiently as possible. This was at a time when the assembly line was introduced, so they really could focus on production efficiency. The product concept focuses on high quality performance and features in existing product lines. So the focus is not necessarily on how are we putting an offering out there to meet customers' needs and wants, but it was more about our product has been successful, customers like it, let's just keep improving it instead of opening up to see if there's a better product that could meet customers' needs and wants. BlackBerry was a very successful smartphone before Apple and Android really came on the market. It was successful, it had millions of customers, and BlackBerry was focused on just improving the existing product that it had itself, and didn't realize that touchscreens were the wave of the future. By focusing on just the existing product lines and how to improve it, BlackBerry might have missed out. It wasn't able to compete and faded into the background. The idea behind the selling concept is to focus on large-scale selling and promotion efforts. The focus is not necessarily on what is the customer's specific needs and wants, but putting a product out there and telling and selling the product to get it into the hands of the customer. We see the selling concept used a lot of times in unsought products like life insurance, blood donations, funeral services, where products may not be top of mind to customers, so the marketing efforts focus on continuous selling and promotion so that it's accessible when customers need it. The example of a firm that might be using this selling concept is Geico, and Geico's use of advertising, sales promotion, and other promotion techniques to be top of mind for customers.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy.
Yeah!
Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
The marketing concept has the customer at the heart of their philosophy. With the marketing concept, firms are focused on customers' needs and wants and works to put marketing offerings into the marketplace that delivers better satisfaction than competitors. Many firms function in the marketing concept today. An example of a firm that really exemplifies the marketing concept is Southwest Airlines.
This is a different kind of airline. One that invented low fares so everyone could fly. One that decides where to go next by putting your needs first. And knows people are its most powerful fuel. Some say we do things differently. We say, why would we do things any other way? Without a heart, it's just a machine.
The societal marketing concept takes the marketing concept and goes one step further, taking into consideration society. So firms using this philosophy still focus on customers' needs and wants, but also takes into consideration customers and society's long-run interests. These are firms that have focus on corporate social responsibility, ethics, making donations, taking care of the environment. An example of a firm that's operating in a societal marketing concept is Starbucks. This is the Starbucks website. You can look right at the top is a tab for social impact. You can see all of the initiatives that Starbucks is supporting or focusing on that have to do with taking care of society. Click on ethical sourcing. Takes you to a website that talks about how they ethically source their coffee products.
Our biggest threat as humans is thinking that we and the planet are invincible. That kind of denial has put our world at risk. But we humans also have the power to learn and to make a difference. Conservation International believes that people need nature, that it's our responsibility to protect it. For 15 years, Conservation International has been on an amazing journey with Starbucks to ethically source their coffee around the world. Together, they've created a new way to buy that coffee, one that is sustainable, transparent, and good for people and the planet. This journey has covered 4 continents where they've improved the lives of 1 million farmers and workers and cared for millions more coffee trees. Conservation International is proud to recognize Starbucks for ethically sourcing 99% of their coffee, making them the largest coffee retailer to reach this milestone. But there's always more to do. Starbucks is committed to 100% ethically sourced coffee. It is that constant pursuit of this last 1% that helps make the world a better place. That's why Starbucks is working with groups like Eastern Congo Initiative, which is helping thousands of coffee farmers in the Democratic Republic of Congo to increase their production, creating opportunities for local communities. In the end, this isn't about coffee. It's about possibilities and commitment. Whether you're a global company like Starbucks or a single human being, you can make a difference. And all those differences add up to a world that's changed for the better.
So this wraps up our first video lecture, an introduction to marketing. All of those different topics that we listed on the board, those are all different topics that are going to be covered in this course. So if you pull out your textbook and you look down the table of contents, you'll see that we've hit on all of the different concepts we're going to cover. In this video, we also defined what marketing is. And we talked about the difference between a customer and a consumer. And guess what? We're all consumers. So maybe you're not interested in business, maybe you're not interested in marketing, which I hope you are, but we are all consumers. You're consuming this video right now. You're consuming with your computer in front of you. Maybe you have a drink in front of you. Maybe you're wearing clothes. All of these things are consuming products in the marketplace. So it's important for us to study and understand what marketers are thinking, what their decision processes are, and how marketers reach consumers in the marketplace. So we hope that you'll take away from this class a better insight into why and how marketers do as they do. So for example, why are those ads in your social media feed? And why did your favorite cup of coffee go up 5 cents? And even, how did marketers come up with the flavor for your new favorite cereal? We hope that this course will help answer some of these questions.